welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking about spiritual bypassing and how can this be very damaging for you. So I want to make this clear for everyone that is either getting into spirituality or is already very spiritual, to avoid any mistakes and break the patterns. So my name is Sara with Love Holistic Living. I am an intuitive health and life coach who helps women not only break the patterns, but get into the root of their weight gain, as well as we do a lot of emotional healing through a mind-body soul transformation. And make sure you subscribe and you click the like button so that you don't miss any episodes. All right, let's get started. What is spiritual bypassing? Okay, so I want to start with the fact that I consider myself being very spiritual. Okay, so since I was a kid, I felt this deep connection with the spirit world. I've had many encounters, as well as, I would say, what you call visions. I'm more clairvoyant. Okay, so I visually use my third eye a lot more, but I also can hear and sense things. And anyway, so I have been like this since I was a kid, yet I have been starting to using my gifts finally only recently. And I know that the spirit world was waiting for me to do this, but I want to actually prevent you from doing the mistakes I have done being highly spiritual. And right now, I consider myself pretty grounded in my spiritual practice, but not into the woo-woo. Like, I don't live too much into the woo-woo and spirituality where it's like, oh, like I can just cut the cords and they will live my experience now and forever, because it doesn't work. So I really want to talk about that specifically because I see as a common mistake that people make, and I've learned this the hard way. So I am actually sharing everything from my own experience. So spiritual bypassing is a way for you to use spiritual practices, and the hard truth is hiding behind these spiritual practices in order to not do the work. Okay, so you need to be mindful when you open up to spirituality and spiritual world that you don't run into the problem. I have this, let's just give you an example. I have this toxic relationship that I'm leaving, and from now on, everything is going to be great, whether it's with a man or a woman. You might think, oh, I'm free. I'm actually going to go to, I don't know, a psychic or an energy worker and cut the cord and protect myself. And I'm not saying that's wrong, because believe me, I do that too. Those are tools that I use every day and my clients use every day, but it's not enough. Okay, so I don't want you to have high expectation and then be disappointed when that doesn't happen. So all I'm here to actually say to you today, it's a very quick video, is that yes, we can use spiritual practices like talking to spirit guides and spirit world and asking for a sign, asking them to send us new people, help us meet our new tribe, send us the love of our life. But sometimes if the universe sees and notices that you haven't done the work and you have still some karmic relationships and lessons to learn around a certain topic, it can be a relationship, it can be your relationship with food and the vicious cycle of dieting, well, then the universe is going to keep testing you until you learn that lesson. And again, you can't go to a psychic and be like, cut the cord, I'm free. No, because you are not. You haven't done the work to undo what you have been doing. for I don't know how many years. And I know this because I'm an expert on breaking patterns. All of my life, I've had mainly two addictive patterns with the vicious cycle of dieting and also relationship with men in the realm of emotionally abusive and controlling and manipulative. So I can tell you, I don't know how many spiritual bypass I tried to do, and I realized that I needed to do a deeper work in order to break the patterns. Okay, so again, use those tools. Meditate, keep your mindset positive. Yes, acknowledge that the universe has your back and that trust that you are always supported by the universe. That's actually really great. And I actually was reading some articles that were actually calling those tips spiritual bypass. It's not actually true. I would say that's the work that you need to do in order to create a new habit, create new patterns in your life. So make sure that you do that, as well as protecting your energy when someone is not respecting your boundaries. Yeah, protecting by using a shield and stones and doing all of your rituals. That's amazing. I don't want you to be stuck there and believe that that's the only path available and the only one that's gonna get you there. And please, again, believe me when I say this. So what you need to do is acknowledge that you have to do the work. And let's just take an example of a relationship, okay? If the same person keeps coming, or the same pattern keeps showing up in your life, okay? Let's take the example of a friend. It could be your past girlfriend, and then I don't know, there's a falling out, a breakup in this relationship. Either she comes back or you meet another friend that reminds you of this past friend, and you guys have the same pattern. And maybe you've blocked the other person, you cut the cord, but this new woman shows up and the same energy, you have the same energy going between you two, and it's an unhealthy pattern. Well, you actually haven't done the work to break the pattern, and you use spiritual bypass in order to help yourself. Okay, so what you need to do is, if that happens, do the work. Okay, show up with integrity, stand up for yourself. There is a lesson behind this particular pattern that you might be having in your life. What is it? If it is like not avoiding people pleasing, then make sure that you speak your truth and you set your boundaries. If it is not being manipulated, again, there is various ways you can voice that and accomplish that in a relationship. Maybe you need to learn how to communicate effectively. Maybe you need to learn to recognize when a toxic cycle is about to be present in your life when you meet someone. So understanding what the lesson is, and then do the work that the universe wants you to do. So you do the work, and then you do all of your spiritual practices, and that's how you're going to win. That's how you eventually are going to be able to move forward in your life. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Make sure that in the comment you let me know what is a specific pattern in your life that you're trying to break. I'm so curious. Is it with food addiction, or is it with relationship with women or men? I'm just so curious to know, because I have gone through so many unhealthy patterns, and I have been in the process for the past 15 years to break all of this. So I can't wait to read all of your comments, and I will see you in the next video.